How you doing, mate? Mushkin here, and tonight we just had the MSG show end live on the WWE Network. What it was pretty much WWE live, live from Madison Square Garden, and pretty much here's the main event for you guys. We had John Cena versus Seth Rollins inside a steel cage, in a steel cage match for the United States Championship, pretty much, and this was the main event. Honestly, I thought that Big Show and Brock Lesnar were going to be the main event just because it was all based around Brock Lesnar coming back to Madison Square Garden after, 10, 12 years, and him leading up to him facing The Undertaker in a few weeks to Hell in a Cell. So I literally thought that this was going to be the mid-card match, and Big Show and Lesnar were going to be the main event. Even though this is the steel cage match, it was understandable that it was the main event, and I'm actually pretty happy that it was the main event because it was the best match of the night, But, yeah, I'm trying out this new camera angle. If you watch my other two videos, I made a video on Kevin Owens and Jericho live from MSG tonight, and Lesnar and Big Show. I explained the whole entire thing in the first video, so go watch that. But I'm trying out this new camera angle. Hopefully it works. And after tonight, if it's not that good, maybe I'll change it up. I don't know. But yeah, so like I said, Cena and Rollins inside a steel cage match for the USA Championship. So here we go. This is how it all goes down. The match starts, and it's actually pretty slow. There's a point where Rollins takes Cena's face and just like scratches it, just drags his face, along the steel cage. I'm like, ew, that kind of might have hurt, And, Cena gives payback to Rollins. He takes Rollins and just slams, throws him into the steel cage, head first or face first. And, and that happens, and that's pretty much the only excitement going on in the beginning, to be honest. And then, I'm just hoping as the match progresses that it gets a little bit better. And, Rollins is trying to get out, right? And Cena has him in the STF, and then they get to the door, where the door is, but there's a rope leading up to the door. You guys know what you guys understand what I'm saying, I'm hoping. But, Rollins is trying to get out, and, Cena's throat gets caught in the rope, of course, so it starts choking him. So Cena has to back away, and Rollins is trying to make his way out to, out the door, but Cena stops him, and then, Cena just pushes out, Rollins, out of the way, and, Cena's trying to get out of the door now, and out of the steel cage, but Rollins just takes the steel, the door, and just slams it on Cena's face, pretty much, and that just stops him, And another part, where Rollins is trying to escape the steel cage, actually, and they're both, or actually Rollins is almost halfway to the ground, right? And then Cena quickly climbs up and, literally grabs Rollins by the hair, and that's what he's holding on to, and grabs Rollins by the hair, pulls him up. They both sit on the railing at the top of the steel cage, just exchanging punches, pretty much, And then finally another part, they're both on the mats, and, steel cage matches, no disqualifications, no countouts, anyone can interfere, anyone can get into the match. Anything can happen. Nothing's off limits. This is pretty much like a no disqualification match. It is a no disqualification match, So pretty much what Rollins does is give Cena a low blow. And that distracts Cena, of course. Rollins is trying to get out, but he can't, pretty much. And then the Demon Kane. Of course, we know since Night of Champions, which was about 2 weeks ago now, Demon Kane has been bothering and playing mind games with Seth Rollins, of course, like we all know. And earlier on the night, Corbett Kane is there at MSG, and he, is doing an interview with Renee Young, and he tells Seth, pointing towards the camera, aiming at Seth, if Demon Kane tries to bother you tonight, you tell me, because I'm going to stop him, pretty much, So he does that, and then, Rollins is almost halfway to the ground. He's at the railing. He can either jump out the ring, or he can either jump out of the ring and onto the floor and win the match, or jump back into the ring, pretty much, And then Demon Kane comes out of nowhere. Well, he does come out. He comes out the ramp and all that stuff. But Demon Kane comes out, and he's making his way to where Seth Rollins is, and to where Seth Rollins has to jump in order to get out of the ring and win the match, pretty much. So Seth has two options now. Either jump out of the cage into the Demon's hands, but win the match and win the title, or jump back into the ring. He looks he takes one look at Kane and takes one look at Cena. Cena's down. Cena's passed out. So Seth probably is thinking, hey, I can probably, tackle him and stuff. And, if I jump on Cena and if I connect, I can pin him and still win the match. And Demon Kane won't be able to do anything about it. Okay, good strategy, Seth, kinda. So he, gets on the top. He's perched up at the top of the railing of the steel cage, and he jumps, but he misses Cena. Cena rolls out of the way. So Seth pretty much connects, God knows how many feet that is, off the railing of the steel cage all the way to the mat. So he pretty much just jumps, misses Cena completely, lands on the mat, and Cena gives Seth an AA, and 1, 2, 3. John Cena wins the match and still your United States champion. Cena gets out of the ring. Demon Kane enters the ring and pretty much is just staring down Seth, and Seth is like, hey, back up, dude. But Kane isn't listening, and he gives Kane gives Seth a tombstone, and and then he holds up the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, indicating what he wants from Seth and the Authority, pretty much. But it's not Corporate Kane who's doing it. You guys got it wrong if you think Corporate Kane's doing it. Corporate Kane is not doing it. It's Demon Kane. It's Demon Kane who's doing it. I'm telling you guys. It's Demon Kane who's playing mind games, not Corporate Kane. So don't get messed up with that. Demon Kane is the one who wants the match with Seth Rollins for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. But, yeah. Demon Kane and Seth Rollins, where is this going to lead to? I don't know. Maybe a match at Hell in a Cell? I don't know. But, yeah, guys, that's it for this video. Hope you guys liked this video. If you did,